Okay, this video is for teachers and also for parents and students who want to look at science-based curriculum. So this is on Dr. Marie and Pierre Curie, and they were Nobel Prize winners in 1903, and Dr. Pierre Curie was already dead, so he's a posthumous recipient. You can just bring this up. This is background knowledge, and here's a picture of Marie. And here's a picture of Pierre. All right, and so when we move on and we talk about them, um, we can just start reading. We can go over some of these words here. Famous. This is a hard word for people to sound out. You have scientist, and I have these words at the end. Okay, she and her husband worked with X-rays, and most students know what X-rays are. And this is very easy sounding X-rays. X-rays are machines that can see your bones. Marie and her husband Pierre discovered radium. Radium is dangerous. Marie's husband touched radium and he got very sick. Pierre Curie did not know that he was sick. He coughed, but he thought it was the flu. One day, Marie brought her husband some donuts. The donuts were very good. Pierre was still sick. Even when he ate the donuts with glaze on top, he was still sick. When Pierre got sick, he kept eating donuts. He was better for 2 years, but eventually the radium killed him. Marie was upset. She ate donuts. She cooked donuts. And she moved away from the area she was living in France. She moved to another area. She was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1903. She was one of the first women scientists. Okay, this word donut I'm using here because we wanted to give students the sound of dough and make it easy for them. This is the abbreviated word. Keep in mind that donut is really spelled dough and nut. Okay, so it really is, we're abbreviating this because we're dealing with small children. And when you're dealing with learners, you can get into this. You can have kids pretend to do what we did on the next page. Well, this is one of our sight words, danger. You can even teach this. This is RADUM, radium. That's what we talked about. Okay, here's you can go over this with them, the atomic number. It's a metal. When you touch it, this has glowing effects of it. It's very, very dangerous, just like the children learned when they're looking at Krypton with Superman. And this is the symbol, Ra. It's dangerous. But here's the root word, danger. This is a short A sound. D-A. Sounds long, but it isn't. It's kind of like danger. You get these sounds together, A. And then look at this. You have anger. So if you can get the students to see through some of this and then teach a little bit of science at the same time, and also now you have your suffix rus, which makes the word an adjective. It's dangerous. So you can go over that with the students. Again, this is downloadable. Questions based on the reading, who is Pierre Curie, and automatically the students ought to get this. Okay, which picture is an X-ray? You had this on your sight card, so they know to cross this off. And then this is an X-ray. So students learn, some of them play sports, they've had an X-ray, maybe over a hand, maybe not too many, we hope not, but at least they should know what it is. Then you can get into writing. How do you know that Marie's husband was sick? What sentence proves that he was sick? Write it in the space below. Okay, well, there are several sentences, and you can start here. Pierre Curie did not know that he was sick. He coughed, but he thought it was the flu. was still sick. Here it is again. They can write any of these. And somehow he was even more sick, but then eventually the radium killed him. And like, this is for elementary school students. And what's happening is like your upper grades will start learning that, Pierre Curie was also getting very sick and his skin was starting to change. It's in one of the books we read with the students here, but you don't have to get into that right now. This was a short lesson for the lower grades, and it's just to help them choose information out of the paragraph. You could also even take this question and say, why did Pierre think he was not as sick as he was? And he thought he had the flu. So he coughed, but he thought it was the flu is up here. And so that's even another good sentence that you can use. So here we are, and we have a unit at the end that's downloadable. If you click the link, you can get the questions that we did. You can run it off, show it to the students. You can even put it on the computer and have them copy it on notebook paper. But anyway, this is pretty much what we're doing, and you have students go back in. X-rays, this got drawn out. You can even have students like make an X-ray, show a body. You can have them X-ray like their chest and say this is what happens, and the doctor can pick up if you have too much phlegm in your chest. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to finish up here, and any questions, again, we are jacovitz@gmail.com. Thank you very much for watching.